Let's talk about the race for Council District 14. This is the race between Kevin de León, the incumbent, and Ysabel Jurado, his challenger, challenging him from the left. Both of those have been involved in controversies. Kevin de León down in the early numbers. Let's go to Fox 11's Susan Hirasuna at the de León camp. Susan.
Yes, and candidate de León is right here, right next to me, and with those early numbers, he has not lost his optimism. He was just up there on the dais talking about his accomplishments, but what is more to come? Like, if you are moving forward, what do you look forward to in a new term?
Well, listen, it's not going to be a long night. It's going to be a long week, without question, because we have more than 50,000 votes still to count. Many of those voters, if not the vast majority of them, supermajority, are same-day poll voters coming from areas that we have done historically pretty well. So it's going to be a long week.
But meantime, when you were up there speaking to your supporters, for sure you detailed a lot of your accomplishments for CD14. It did not sound like, if I were to characterize, a really optimistic, we're moving forward, we're going to be there, we're going to cross the finish line.
Well, listen, because like I said, it's going to be a long week, so it's unpredictable in that sense. I don't have a crystal ball in front of me that I can predict what the future will be. Nonetheless, we stay focused on the issues that matter the most, the issues of homelessness, the issues of public safety. Those are two issues that impact everyday Angelenos, but especially in CD14.
Voted out. Is it because of that scandal from 2-3 years ago? You went on a great tour of like redemption, but was it not enough?
Listen, I can't predict what the future will hold, but I can say this. I didn't fall into a fetal position and become paralyzed. We rolled up our sleeves and we worked really, really hard. We're number one in the entire city of LA for building the most homeless interim housing units for the unhoused. We're number one in the entire city of LA for building the most parks. We're number one in the entire city of LA for building the most modern, state-of-the-art playgrounds, especially in the most poorest, vulnerable, marginalized communities in all of the city of LA. So we roll up our sleeves. Sometimes it's not just about votes and elections or titles. It's about results, and I think that's what everyday Angeleno wants from their elected officials.
What happens to your mission of public service if this does not go your way?
Well, listen, there's always second chapters and third chapters and fourth chapters, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're just thinking about the long week that's ahead of us.
De León, thank you very much for your time talking with us tonight. Okay, so as you just heard, he wants to point out a lot of his accomplishments in the last 4 years and not talk about the possibility that he might not have another 4 years. I'll throw it back to you.
Susan, thanks so much. Let's check in with the other side. Fox 11's Hal Eisner. He's live for us in Highland Park, where Ysabel Jurado spoke to supporters not long ago, and the early count shows that she is up 56 to 43%, Hal.
Yeah, and the mood here is festive, partially because of that. Take a look at the crowd around here. A lot of people showing up over the last hour or two. Ysabel Jurado coming to the podium just a few minutes ago. The enthusiasm here is palpable. She started her campaign about 2 years ago, and tonight she thanked all of those who were supportive of that campaign. Here's a little of what she said.
Tonight we stand together, exhausted but on our own 2 feet, because against all odds we built something extraordinary out of what they would call nothing. Because we knew it was never nothing. We were always bigger, greater, stronger, more powerful than they could ever imagine our community to be. And we've always been larger than life. And as I've all told you, my larger than life are 4-foot women like the one right there, my tita, who are the biggest powerhouses in the tiniest bodies.
And now she's working the crowd here in this room, and the people just keep coming in. Again, that vote separation, she's got about 4,000 more votes than Kevin de León, but the vote total is very early right now, so they're not making any speeches about, victory or concession or anything like that. They're going to watch these numbers until they become much more solidified. In Highland Park, Hal Eisner, Fox 11 News, back to you.